Am I talking too much?
Yeah. Why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
Who's that?
Old Dame Hollis on the front porch.
Oh, you just wasted on the wrong people.
Hey, mister, you come back out here and also you can kiss and put hair back on your head.
George!
Uncle Billy?
George, get in the car with your father's had a stroke.
I'm sorry, Mary. I've got to go.
George's father died that night, Clarence, so he couldn't go to Europe. That fall, as he was about to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan held a meeting. They were going to appoint a successor.
I want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out these past few months. And it was greatly appreciated. I think that's all we'll need you for, George. Good luck to you at school. I know you're anxious to make a trade.
Yes, I have a taxi waiting downstairs.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve the building and loan.
Yes, I can't do a thing like that.
It's too soon after Peter Bailey's death to discuss chloroforming the building and loan. His faith and devotion are responsible for this organization. I'll go further than that. I'll say Peter Bailey was the building and loan.
Oh, that's fine, Father, coming from you, considering that you drove him to his grave.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. He was a man of high ideals without common sense. And where does that get us but a discontent, lazy rebel instead of a thrifty working class? All because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir their heads up and fill it with a whole bunch of impossible Huey. Now I say...
Just a minute, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman. Why he ever started this building and loan, I'll never know. But you can't say anything against his character. Why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought of himself. But he did help a few people out of your shack, Mr. Potter. And just remember that this rabble you're talking about do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? My father didn't think so. People were human beings to him. But to you, a work-frustrated old man, they're cattle. In my book, he died a much richer man.
I'm not interested in your book.
Well, I've said too much. You're the board, you do what you want with this thing. But remember that this town needs this measly one-horse institution. If only to have some place where people can come without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Sentimental hogwash. I want my motion.
You hate us,
They're just come out of the board meeting. I'll have to call you back. What happened, George? All we heard was yelling.
Oh, boy, Matilda, you should have heard George.
Yeah, they're voting us down in there.
They're putting us out of business. So what? I could get another job. I'm only 52.
You're 58.
George, they voted Potter down.
See, we're still business.
Under one condition, that you take your father's place, George.
But I'm going to college. Uncle Billy here, he's your man.
That's all right. You can keep him on, too.
But I'm going to school. This is my last chance.
But they'll vote Potter otherwise.
So, George Bailey didn't go to college?
That's right, Clarence. So he gave his college money to his brother instead and waited 4 years for him to come back and take over the building alone. Then he could still see the world.
Darcy blows! Say, Uncle Billy, you know what the three most wonderful sounds on earth are?
Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner is served.
Anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles. Oh, here's the professor now.
Well, if it isn't George, Geographic Explorer Bailey. Uncle Billy, you haven't changed a bit.
Boy, oh boy, am I glad to see you.
Where's Mother?
She's home cooking the fatted calf. Come on, let's go.
Oh, wait. This is Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
I wired you I had a surprise. Well, here she is. Meet the wife.
Well, what do you know? What?
Congratulations. Harry, why didn't you tell somebody? What's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Oh, it's purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Oh, he gets you and a job? Harry's cup runneth over. Come on, Ruth, let's start ahead and leave the bags for the fellas.
All right.
George, about that job, I'd never said I'd take it. I know you've been holding the bag for 4 years, and I'm not going to let you down.
That night, Harry's homecoming became his wedding party. Uncle Billy familiarized himself with the spirit.
Boy, oh boy, I feel so good I can spit in Potter's eye. I think I will. What do you say? Maybe I should go home. If you just point me in the right direction.
Right down there.
That way? Okay, old Billy along, pal. See you later. I'm all right.
George?
Out here on the porch, Mother.
Well, how do you like your new sister-in-law?
She's swell.
Looks like she'll keep Harry on his toes.
Yeah, keep him out of bed for balls anyway.
George, do you know Mary Hackins back from school?
Yeah?
Nice girl, Mary. The type of girl who will help you find all the answers.
Uh-huh.
Give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on her.
Well, Sam Wainright. Sam's crazy about her.
She's not crazy about him.
How do you know that? Did she discuss it with you?
Besides, Sam's in New York and you're here in Bedford Falls.
And all's fair in love and war?
I don't know about war.
All right, Mother. I think I'll go out and find the girl and do a little passionate necking.
Oh, George.
Bye, Mrs. Bailey. Oh, by the way, would you like any books from the library?
The library? George, you go see Mary.